groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Итак, всем привет, мы продолжаем ходить Alan Wake. Так, мы походу оказались в какой-то психушке.
The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Ну да, точно, в какой-то психушке. Пишущая машинка.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Угу, и заодно набить тебе молоду, чувак. И это
This
первым делом.
order is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Как я сюда вообще попал, я не пойму. Андерсон. Две кровати, пусто. Нафига Андерсону две кровати, я не пойму. Он что, любит менять место так, что ли?
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Ага, можно подумать. Че, солнечные часы, что ли? А может и нет. А не, все-таки да.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't
Ну,
it?
допустим.
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast.
Это мне уже не нравится.
Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all, I'm
Hartman
the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you out
voice.
of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside.
Що за звук?
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's
Ah,
for
no, yes.
staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I got you. Got you
Emerson.
good. I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get
some
him to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Да, ну и место. О,
Come, Alan, this way.
так, нафиг валю отсюда. Минутку. Томас. Чуть не попустил.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
Какого хрена эти стейки тут делают? Они же в кафешке сидели.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't
Ой,
do.
черт.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Поработать? Он намекает написать
I'd like
книгу.
to bash his head in with a hammer. Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me. about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Посмотрим. Блин, тут записок дофига в этом эпизоде. Очень много.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed! Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy. And you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Не, в их словах есть, конечно, смысл.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man.
Так, ладно, это можно бесконечно слушать.
I'm tired, man. So tired.
Ой, в баню.
wanna go home.
Пойдем-ка назад в комнату, посмотрим, что там. Заняться работой, что-то он никогда будет сказать. То есть написать книгу специально для этих говнюков, которые жену Ауна похитили, что ли?
They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say...
Да.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Надо по нему в офис заглянуть.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Это я, типа? Ставим мы. Так, ладно, хрен с ним. Все, это бейт сплошной. Пойдем-ка в комнату.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Ага. Чтобы я специально вам книгу написал? Не-не-не.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Так. И как это переводится? В принципе, в интернете, я думаю, это можно найти, но мне чуть лень. Термос опять. Может, я их еще тут где-то пропустил? Потому что уже вторая штука за уровень. Не запросто, если не удивлюсь, если пропустил. Генератор.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Ключа нет. Поищем. Wake. Эмерсон. Xbox 360. Он на чем играет в него? В этот телек в квадратный? Да. Запущено. Так, а тут что? Пусто. Да тут, походу, ни хрена нет. Ну, посмотреть лучше стоит, я думаю. Заперто. Ладно, выбора нету, так что пойдем в комнату. Писать.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Кстати, да.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
По телеку что-то идет.
Well, things run round
Да.
fast, aren't they?
А, это отражение, ё-моё.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Так что, Барри выходит тут? Надо его найти. Надо.
We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard.
Backstage is
If she
all
was one of
yours,
Hartman's
Tom.
goons, she had it
Seize your
coming.
destiny.
I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
Спасибо,
I
ребят.
had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Pay the piper.
Не, детки выучили, конечно. За что им респект. Так, а тут что было? Что-то помелькнуло, я что-то не понял. Что-то помелькнуло. А, ладно. Отпереть замок. Так, а где его кабинет?
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made of the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Насколько это все знакомо в виде картин, да?
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Так, ладно, пойдем освободим Барри. Правда, где он, непонятно. Тут, что ли?
Barry? Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Ага. Отпереть замок. А вот и они.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Зашибись. Ух, ё. Тихо, 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 тихо. Не буянь.
Would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out. Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Так, давайте-ка выбираться отсюда. Нафиг. Ой, блин. Че тут все зарастает этим говном? Вы издеваетесь? Его. Мама. Блин.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Твою мать. Так, валю отсюда нафиг. Да отстань. Ужас. Нафиг наверх. Генератор, ну точно. Чё-то как не догадался-то, а? Отлично, побегаем быстрее. Да уж, весело. Не-не-не-не. Походим, походим. Да, блин. Взять чё? Возьму. Твою мать. Есть. Факел все-таки выучил. По телеку ничего, ну ладно.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Все ясно, он решил на этом, видно, заработать. На картинах, на книгах. Но не удалось. Какого хрена? Давай еще чуть-чуть. Да блин. Да. Сволочь ты, а. Ну, давай, давай. Ну. Да, это займет, кажется, какое-то время. Летает, 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 летает. Ну это перебор, конечно. Во всех масштабах, блин. Издеваетесь, что ли? И как я тут пойду? Так, Борис стоит с фонариком. А как мне пойти-то? Попытаться, чтобы эта хрень выбила дверь, что ли? Походу на то. Ну. Да-да, точно, точно. Да. Бегу, бегу. Неудачно, конечно, вышло, ну ладно. Давай, давай, давай. Твою же мать. Быстрее, 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 быстрее. Ага. Последовать через сад. Это что, один из тех лабиринтов, который из кустов сделан? Да я ж там заблужусь нафиг. Ладно, попытка не пытка. попробуем. Зашибись. Лево-право. Пойду налево, сдохну. Точно. Пойду направо. Там еще не лучше. Мне от этого не легче. Еще бы я знал, куда идти. Бегом, бегом, бегом. Так, записка.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Может, так должно быть. Чего-то не нравится все это мне. Особенно вот этот появившийся ветер. Блин. В какую сторону? Ё. Издеваешься, я же уклонился. Блин, ну это пипец. Чертов лабиринт, а? Я назад иду.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Ах ты ж сволочь. Так, надо валить отсюда нафиг. Да побыстрее. Еще бы знать, в какую сторону. А, вот вроде бы. Фу. Ну это, конечно, жесть была. Что-то в палку ему в Диснейленде, и то веселее. Хотя я там не был. К сожалению. А ну-ну. Ну. Да. Какого? Чё-то я даже не успел ничего сделать. Чё-то надо было факелы не жалеть. Ладно. На этот раз не буду жалеть. А, там вот что-то даже есть. Так что пофигу. Так, все. Стоим. Черт. Че ты, птица, а? Да. Вы издеваетесь, я сейчас сдохну. Быстрее к свету, к свету, к свету, к свету. Ну. Секунду в секунду. Буквально. Вот так вот, ребята. Нахрена я потратил ракетницу? Вообще не пойму.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Так, думаю, еще один чекпоинт и закончим уже на сегодня. Уже привычно записываю. Да, минут 30 с фигом. Так что ищем чекпоинт и заканчиваем. Твою же мать. Вы издеваетесь. Да ты сволочь. Чё, почти все Иисусы истратил уже. Так, вы сигнали факел, это хорошо. Хоть что-то. Ракетницу, правда, жалко потратил, ну да хрен с ней. Ё-моё. Да. Так нечестно. Так батарейки тратить не буду, пусть сам вот так лучом обычно зажигает. Во. Правда, батарейки уже жалко. А, ну вот чекпоинт, собственно, да.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Еще не хватало, чтобы Барри кукнули, тогда вообще будет жесть. Ладно, идем к чекпоинту и все. Так, собственно, на этом, да, пока закончим. Продолжим в следующий раз. На этом всем удачи и пока.